Going beyond the headlines now with special assignment and buyer beware. Police recently ordered a young couple from East Hartford out of their Cadillac at gunpoint. David Rios and Heather Beagle had the paperwork to prove ownership. Problem was, it was a stolen car. Fox 61 investigative reporter Eric Zager is here with an exclusive report on how it happened to them and how it could happen to you. Eric.
Brent, more than 10,000 cars are stolen every year in Connecticut. There's no guarantee you're not driving one. How can that be if you have the registration, proof of purchase, and title is on its way? What David and Heather found out is that none of us can always depend on a dealer or the Department of Motor Vehicles to ensure the wheel we're behind is truly ours to have and to hold.
David Rios and fiancée Heather Beagle have eyes for each other with one agreeable exception. This cherry red 1995 Cadillac DeVille. No longer smitten by each other, this hunk of Detroit charm would eventually turn their lives inside out.
First time in handcuffs.
Beagle and Rios spied the one for them at the Smart Cars lot in Manchester. They say they dug deep into their savings, paying owner Ali Husseini more than $4,000 to drive off in the ride of their life.
It's a lot of money. That just doesn't come every day.
This immaculate cream puff passed through a dealer and private customer's hands before Husseini bought it months ago.
A mistake happened.
A mistake that turned Rios and Beagle's ride of a life into getting taken for the ride of a life.
We heard a loudspeaker saying, "Get out of the car with your hands up, throw the keys out of the window."
Pulled over by police at gunpoint on the way home from a routine trip to the grocery store. Heather's daughter, 5-year-old Michaela, was in the back seat, terrified.
My daughter's screaming in the background, "Mommy, run, they're gonna shoot you." The cops then told us, "Oh, well, you're being arrested for a stolen car."
The car came back through NCIC, a national database, as stolen. However, police learned quickly Rios and Beagle were not behind Grand Theft Auto. They had a bill of sale, insurance, and registration. As it turns out, dealer Husseini registered the Cadillac for them. All they were waiting for was the title.
Don't you check out your cars better to make sure that the titles are legitimate?
Husseini agreed to show us paperwork for the Caddy and then reneged.
I have nothing to say for you guys.
Our investigation led DMV to back-check more than 370,000 registrations issued since last March. Of those, spokesperson Bill Seymour says only 12, 1 came back as stolen. Still not significant, Seymour says, for DMV to change its practices of issuing registrations before clearing titles.
If we did do it up front, it would cause enormous delays in getting registrations completed and done.
Mel Coppell is Heather Beagle's stepfather. Coppell himself operates a small used car lot.
I would say that motor vehicle is offering you a registration. They're kind of putting their stamp on it that the car is yours.
The Cadillac's true owner, Ralston Martin, has his car back, stolen more than a year ago from outside his home in Newington.
The only way that they could get to my keys was that somebody had to live in the house.
No arrests yet. Before car dealer Husseini threw us off his lot, we asked him if he'd offer Beagle and Rios a refund. He did, after all, sell them a car he did not legally own.
Do you feel like you should have had any responsibility in helping them out? Because they're out $7,000.
No.
Husseini is certain his lot is free of stolen cars. Since our interview, he's had a change of heart, reimbursing them the purchase price. But Rios and Beagle are still out nearly $3,000 after repairs, sales tax, and registration.
You put money into it, you fix it, you try to keep it up and maintain, and they tell you it's not yours.
Connecticut's Department of Motor Vehicles is about 2 years away from having the ability to check every VIN. So what's a buyer to do? Well, go to our webpage at fox61.com and click on news links to get to the National Insurance Crime Bureau. There you'll find a VIN check. However, we must warn you that even it is not 100% reliable because it does not run in real time. Eric Zager, Fox 61 News at 10.